Let's travel back in the past. Long ago in Mesopotamia, there was a person called Ashur-Nerari IV. Ashur-Nerari IV decides that he wants to take over Mesopotamia's city-states. So Ashur-Nerari IV takes over the city-states and soon becomes the new emperor of Mesopotamia. In those battles, the Assyrians had a battle pose or war cry, the raised fist. The Assyrians raised a fist in the air. The raised fist symbolizes solidarity and support. It also expresses unity, strength, defiance, and resistance. Now let's travel back to the present.
Thomas C. Smith, otherwise known as Tommy Smith, was born to parents Richard and Dora on June 6, 1944, in Clarksville, Texas. One of 12 children, he survived a serious bout with pneumonia as a young boy, but recovered to become a superb athlete. After his family moved to California, he was voted the most valuable athlete of his basketball, football, and track and field teams at Lemoore High School. Smith enrolled at San Jose State University in 1963 with the intention of continuing his three-sport path, but he never joined the football team and gave up basketball after one season. His energies focused on track. He emerged as the star of Coach Bud Winter's Speed City team, which also featured Olympic teammate John Carlos. Smith broke or tied 13 world records during his college career, including the marks for the 200-meter straight and turn and the 220-yard dash. The track star also became involved in the civil rights movement, forming the Olympic Project for Human Rights with Carlos and zoology professor Harry Edwards. Although Smith and Carlos were named to the 1968 U.S. Olympic track and field team, the OPHR initially advocated an African-American boycott of the Summer Games before softening its stance.
John Carlos was born in 1945 in Harlem, New York. Carlos attended machine trade and medical high school, where he was a talented track star. He received a full scholarship to East Texas State University and became that school's first track and field Lone Star Conference champion. After only 1 year at ETSU, Carlos was accepted at San Jose State University. Under the tutelage of Lloyd "Bud" Winter, a notable coach who would eventually be inducted into the National Track and Field Hall of Fame, Carlos began to thrive as an athlete. While attending San Jose State University, Carlos met sociologist Harry Edwards, and under Edwards' influence, helped to co-found the Olympic Project for Human Rights. Edwards wanted to boycott the 1968 Olympic Games in Mexico City as a protest of the United States' inability to deal with its human rights injustices. Despite the support of Carlos's newfound friend and fellow athlete Tommy Smith, and a variety of civil leaders, the boycott never occurred. Olympians Tommy Smith and John Carlos were included in what was called the 1968 Black Power Salute. They both ran the 200-meter dash in the 1968 Olympics. Tommy Smith took first and John Carlos took third, and Tommy Smith set a new world record for the fastest 200-meter dash with a time of 19.83 seconds. They both walked to the podium wearing no shoes to symbolize their poverty as children. Once they were given their medals, they raised their hands with black gloves on to symbolize what black people could do and how they shouldn't be separated from others or discriminated by others. Tommy Smith raised his right fist with the black glove on in the air to represent black power in America, and John Carlos raised his left black gloved fist to represent unity in Black America. Smith also wore a scarf and Carlos beads in memory of lynching victims. Because of their courageous act, they were suspended from the 1968 Olympics by the Olympic Committee. They forced Team USA to suspend them or the team would be disqualified entirely. Over the next few years, they were treated badly by people all over the U.S. They both were actually jobless at one point. A few years ago, at the 2009 Excellent in Sports Performance Yearly Award, or ESPYs, they won the Arthur Ashe Courage Award and have been recognized for being strong for civil rights, not just in the U.S., but around the world. The fallout was harsh, with the International Olympic Committee determining that the Games were no place for such a political display. Smith and Carlos were forced to return their medals the following day and ordered to leave the Olympic Village. The men were excoriated in some outlets for their militant exhibition and received death threats, although others offered praise for their courageous stance. After the fact. After graduating from San Jose State with a degree in social sciences, Smith spent 3 years with the Cincinnati Bengals in the National Football League before earning his master's in sociology from Goddard College. He joined the Oberlin College faculty as a sociology professor and track coach, then spent 27 years in a similar capacity at Santa Monica College until retiring to the Atlanta area in 2005. Smith was elected to the National Track and Field Hall of Fame in 1978 and has since been inducted to the California Black Sports Hall of Fame, the Bay Area Hall of Fame, and the San Jose University Sports Hall of Fame. In 2005, Smith and Carlos received honorary doctorates from their alma mater and were in attendance for the unveiling of a statue on campus that depicted their famous Olympic salute. In 2007, the former gold medalist released his autobiography, Silent Gesture, in which he revealed the experiences that prompted him to make a statement with his gloved fist and the consequences of his polarizing action in the subsequent years.